We consumed large quantities of beer and barbecue at Fat Boys in honor of Al, and reveled in the day's headlines. U.S. scores success in first try to put man in space. All Americans are rejoicing, says Kennedy. Alan Shepard had become America's hero. But more so, he was uniquely our hero. The Space Task Group had little time to savor the wine and smell the roses before we had to do it all over again. In 2 months, the second astronaut would go up. This gave Kraft's team an opportunity to apply the lessons we had learned during the turnaround to our next mission. The combination of our technical successes and President Kennedy's vow to land a man on the moon in this decade spurred us on. When I read Kennedy's speech, delivered to a joint session of Congress on May 25, 1961, a special message from the President on urgent national needs, I found it almost impossible to grasp that our nation had established the lunar target as the prize in the space race. I had always yearned to be involved in an undertaking that would challenge the imagination of man. Any doubt I ever had about moving into space vanished. To those of us who had watched our rockets keel over, spin out of control, or blow up, the idea of putting a man on the moon seemed almost too breathtakingly ambitious. Word about the speech spread like wildfire through our offices at Langley. All work virtually came to a halt, and people began to offer various opinions. Most wondered if this was for real. It seemed at that moment like a pipe dream. I thought, well, let them get on with their great plans. I'm going to get a man into orbit first. But it became real for us in the months that followed, particularly when Kennedy gave a speech 16 months later at Rice University affirming his commitment to a lunar landing. I saw Kennedy when he came to visit Mercury Control at the Cape with Shepard and Glenn. His energy and charisma were electrifying. He made believers out of all of us, even the most skeptical. Our hopes had been renewed. Maybe Kennedy really understood the towering odds we faced and were willing to overcome.